Oh yeah.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. This is Knack. We do have some live tournament action coming at you right now. It is going to be on MLG Shakur's Plateau. Get yourselves geared up for Grandmaster versus Grandmaster action. And we do have even a more special treat than just watching these guys play and battle it out here in the most phenomenal fashion known to man. But we do have Art of War's Giraffe on the line with us today. Hush.
How's it going, guys?
Glad to have you around, man. It's we've been watching you play a lot, but we haven't really had you on the phone too often. So this has been a nice treat for us, I think, today.
Yeah, I'm one of the worst people at talking while I play. I can only do it when I play Zerg. I can talk while I play, but that's about it.
Wow, that seems like that would be the hardest one to do it with too. That's what's funny.
I don't know. I don't know. It's because I find when I play Zerg, it's usually to like play against a student or help them with a little bit of stuff, or play against another Protoss player I know. So I got used to talking while I play Zerg, but I'm not the greatest Zerg player. So.
Oh man. Well, you're definitely one of the greatest Protoss players I know. So.
Thank you.
But cool. So this is going to be an interesting matchup here because. I mean, RSVP has already done a lot of work to get to this point, whereas in Everize's case here, he hasn't done anything to get to this point. He got a bye all the way to play RSVP. So I don't know if you feel lucky in this situation if you're Everize, or if you feel like, well, that sucks.
Yeah, I don't know. Like, it's a little bit of a line. Like in tournaments, you want to win, of course, but also it's no fun winning when other people are playing through 4 or 5 games to get to play you when you haven't played any yet. A few reasons, of course, you're a little bit rusty unless you're practicing before, which I'm sure he was. It's one of those things. Mm-hmm. Better players know to practice before, but also it's not as rewarding. Winning the $20 or however much the prize pool is when you've really only won a few games.
Right.
And but at the same time, luck's out a little bit. He doesn't have to play those early games, doesn't risk being cheesed by some low league or something, Like that happens to a lot of good players,
Yeah, especially in an open bracket like this where, it's open to all leagues. Yeah. But, I like the spawn positions, and I really like this map. It is still best of 1 here. We're not quite made it to the semifinals yet. So, a high-powered matchup here before the semifinals.
Yeah.
And, RSVP going to be spawning as our red Protoss down here in the bottom left-hand corner. The bottom right, as you can see, is Everize. He is our yellow Terran, the savior of the human race, in the Kaprulu sector. So, Tech Lab is down. We do have concussive shells on the way. And it looks as though he's going to be going for probably an early push here. Do you think he's going to expand here off of 1 Rax?
Yeah, I would assume so on Shakura. It's a big macro map, so there's no really reason to. It looks like RSVP. He's getting a lot of stalkers queued up. It looks like he's gonna have a little bit delayed expansion. It looks like he might actually go for a little bit of pressure. I don't know. He has a probe up there. He's leaving the probe there instead of bringing it back from mining. So he might try and do a little bit of damage. Not a bad idea, but yeah, still no expansion. No, another stalker queued up. He's gonna have a zealot and 2 stalkers out already.
And he did scout. He did see the concussive shells that right away. So I think that he's going to be looking for the pressure now from Everize. Do you think he's? He's still putting these units in a forward position. I just don't know if he's going to be trying to push an attack here with this few units. Double Marauders here is going to be kind of difficult for him to deal with.
He has another stalker queued up. No sentry, so he's definitely not planning on playing defensive.
Yeah. This is interesting play from him. Oh, he did get the snipe on 1 Marauder. That was great.
Looks like he is going to push up this ramp.
Wow. And
Yeah,
Everize
Zealots
now
are
in a
just
little
so
bind.
great for taking the damage.
Yeah, it's true. They really can tank a lot, can't they?
Yeah. No wall off here either. That's gonna. I'm surprised RSVP isn't moving in and trying to kill a few workers, but looks like he's just gonna try and do some damage to the bunker. Probably macroing up a bit. Assuming he's putting. Oh no, it looks like he is just taking an expansion of his own. It really was just a little bit early pressure.
Yep. Yeah, I think really nice play, and he's done a lot of damage with just a few units here.
Yeah, you'll see he's up 28 probes to 21. However, Everize's expansion is going to be up fast. Well, it's already done, and it's going to be mining a little bit faster. But
yeah, and units lost. He still comes out ahead in that sense as well. And I think all in all, this pressure is going to be putting RSVP ahead so far in this matchup, and now the burden lies on Everize to do what he can to start coming back. And I mean, what do you do from here as a Terran player? I mean, turtling up off 2 base is fairly easy, but I mean, do you stick with the bio ball here, or do you start teching up to say air or mech or something like that?
You know, at this point, just try and get the expansion down. I think he knows that RSVP did the damage done. Now he just needs to kind of play a catch-up game. But, you know, like I said, that small Marine Marauder Ball can do so much damage. And, you know, if he hit right now, that Marine Marauder Ball would tear apart those 4 Stalkers. You know, no sentries out. And it looks like he is going to push out, you know, smartly. Because, you know, before any tech gets done for Protoss, it's going to be very tough for RSVP to stop this. He's going to have 4 Stalkers. He's going to have 2 Gateways coming out with an Observer. You're not even getting an Immortal out.
Yeah.
He's warping in some sentries. Maybe he can hold the ramp for a little bit. He scouted that push coming, but I don't know if that's going to save him here.
Yeah, it was good scouting. I mean, he knows to be prepared, but now Everize, I think he needs to be pushing this attack ASAP. I mean, he's got to know.
I don't like it all that he is waiting for stem. I see why, but I don't know. I don't know how I feel about that, because now more sentries are going to come out, and it's going to be tough for him to deal with.
Yep. It's go time right now. There goes the scan.
Stemming up the ramp, looks like, right? But baiting a couple force field. That's well played.
Yeah. Trying to get his opponent to toss down another force field.
Looks like he might just pull back. I don't know if I agree with that. You know, it's he has definitely a stronger army with stim. He can take those out, but he's a little bit worried about the force fields, of course.
Yeah. And he did see 2 sentries. Now, I think that would have been an indicator to go, but I guess since he wants to play it safe since it's still a best of 1. I mean, he can't afford to lose 2 engagements in a row. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so I think I agree with you. I think he should have pushed up there, but I guess I see where he's coming from at this point. He's trying to play it safe. He does not want to lose this to a small mistake.
Yeah.
And really that engagement would favor RSVP just because of his high ground advantage as well as the abuse from stalkers. From sentries. So I don't know. I mean, this is really interesting. I think it's a fairly even matchup still. Everize definitely not out of it yet. Catching up fairly well. I mean, the units tab shows that he still has some discrepancy there. It's a 15 harvester difference, but I mean, that's not too bad, especially considering he does have that mule advantage, and looks like he is going to be going for a little bit of a drop harassment here at the back of his opponent's main. How do you like that play, Giraffe?
Yeah, I think it'll put the damage back on RSVP and give him a little bit more of an advantage. Maybe you can take a third behind it. But
how do you feel when Terran players drop the backside of your main?
Well, you know, without high tempo, it's really hard to deal with. You know, not much you can do about it, especially without blink. He's getting charged now, and he's going to be completely out of position for it. I'm sure when he sees that small army, he's going to think, hey, a drop's probably coming, and this drop's going to do a lot of damage.
Yep. Yeah, and so
oh my gosh, he might take out the Nexus here.
Oh wow, yeah, getting the snipe on this Nexus is actually a big
snipe. Oh my
snipe.
goodness. I really hope he just targets that down. No reason not to.
No, yeah, I agree. Yep,
yeah,
there it
goes.
goes.
The snipe on the Nexus. Oh, yeah, there we go.
Now it's go time. Get those guys out of there.
Yeah.
Wow.
And really, all he lost was 6 units. 4 or 5 Marines. All he lost out of it. He took down the Nexus, delayed tons of mining time. Like you already see the income tab going crazy. 1700 to 800. There's no comparison anymore.
Yeah, I agree. Now, Everize, I mean, he's evened the score here. Notice that RSVP put that Nexus down right away. He knows that he's got to be on 2 base, but he went ahead and took his 3rd as well. So he's trying to... do you think... I mean, I guess my guess is here that he is trying to compensate for that loss.
Yeah, exactly. And like I said, it's... he's gonna need to have that. Otherwise, he's gonna fall too far behind. So you need to take a risk. It's gonna put you down a little bit in army value, but it's your only chance really at that point. It's tough.
Yeah, well, I agree. And notice, I mean, a lot of Vikings here for Everize. He's going to try and counter that Colossus play the best that he can. Yeah. Which, I mean, this is good play from Everize. It's just difficult sometimes against those, those Colossus. So many Protoss players these days will only commit to 3 or 4. And so,
Yeah.
yes, the Vikings will be able to deal with them pretty well, but in some cases you may have overcommitted to your Vikings just to be able to deal with 3 or 4 Colossus, and at that point, well, that puts the Protoss's ground army ahead.
Yeah, I know. More and more nowadays, I'm going more for a Colossus Archon Zealot type army, but I'm using DTs for Archons. Save a little bit of gas, which you're investing so much in those Colossi.
Right.
Because it's just the only composition you can really use to stop Terran. And it looks like Terran is moving out here. Everize is going to try and push some damage. Snipe me a couple Stalkers.
Yep. Oh, look, he is going to go
RSVP.
snipe the third.
Yeah.
Oh, he's going to get surrounded here. He's backing out. Everize showing a lot of control here. He's kiting very, very well. He's got to keep his army safe here from those Colossus for just a little bit. That Colossus is going to do so much damage against him. Oh, he's going to stim forward there and take out that Colossus right away. Pretty decent job there from Everize. He definitely took out almost the entire army there from RSVP. That is...
Yeah.
Wow, that was a great play there from Everize. I think that he's put himself ahead in this matchup right now.
Oh, yeah, definitely. He's so far ahead. And the thing is, all his units are hurt, which in any other matchup, Zerg, they'd be really like, shoot, man, all my units are really low. A ball of mutas are all weak. They're really going to die next time that you move out. But Everize just healing up, no problem, right? Pulling back. He sniped all the Colossi. The damage is done because Protoss can't win a game with gateway units, not in PvT.
Right. Yeah, and we do have the third flew out here right away. He's got it morphing into an orbital command here for Everize, and he's well as tossing down a fourth. I think this is wonderful play. He's got a lead now, and he's going to translate that lead from just an army lead into an economic lead as well. And buying it, this will just set him up for that late game. And it's going to be tough now, I think, for RSVP. Oh, and look at this. Am I missing a drop here? Yes, I am.
Oh, I missed it too. Oh, that's going to be so powerful. So many probes going down.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Yeah, and here comes RSVP. He's cruising in here. He does have that charge on the Zealots, getting him right up in the face, but wow, these medevacs picking him up. One going down there, but it looks like he may escape with this other one. Yeah, he does.
If you look at the workers killed, 18 workers killed for Everize already, and that's and also the snipe on the Nexus, you can't forget that, right? Like that delayed at least 2 minutes of mining time, just a lot of minerals.
Yeah. Yep, I agree. And now Everize, there's still this huge supply discrepancy there. Everize being able to macro up an army very, very quickly here. Sticking with this bio, he's got +2, +1 on these suckers right now, as well as obviously all of the other important upgrades from your tech lab. And
yeah,
I think this third here from RSVP is going to have to be sacked. You can see him backing out already. He just can't defend this.
Yeah, and look at how quick that third goes down, right? Forever, runs up the ramp, just a stim, and it goes down so fast, and it's one of those tough things to deal with. However, he's getting a really nice surround here, but I don't think that'll be enough,
Yeah, I agree. Yep, just not enough units when it comes down to it, and the kiting there from Everize is phenomenal. The force fields, I don't know, but Everize has got way too many units still alive here. Mana mules.
The mana mules going
wow.
down. But it is good game at this point. He has just too many bases up. He has so much map control. So little mining for RSVP right now.
Yeah. And we saw, I tried to ping it there, but there was a drop back here at the main of RSVP again. And now it's dropping here at the natural, going to be taking out a lot of probes here. And this is his only economy, is essentially this base right here, because his main is about to be mined out.
Yeah. If you look at Everize, he has a good 20 workers mining, 2 mineral patches in his main. He should transfer those to his fourth. He's had his fourth up for a while, but he's so far ahead that it's tough to deal with at this point.
Looks like he heard you, because there he goes. I'm sure he's not listening, but
oh no, I know.
But
no.
Yeah,
there's no reason. It loses you lose that sense of victory when you cheat in other ways, and there's lots of ways. It's just like cheesing. It's just not as satisfying as winning a macro game,
Yeah, I agree. And now RSVP, the one thing I do like about RSVP is he never gives up until it is so hopeless that you just have, the only thing you can do is type in G's and G's, but he's retaking bases. But he's about to get dropped here again. Everize did keep this army that did all the damage before in this forward position. Now it's in the back of this 4th base here for RSVP, and he's about to stim in there and brutalize it. And this, I mean, he's just going to bleed his opponent dry at this point.
Yeah, and that's so tough to deal with, you know, as a Protoss player, because your army's so immobile against the Terran army.
Right.
It's tough to deal with, you know.
Yep. Great positioning there from Everize. Oh, Storm's going down, but Everize quickly picking those guys up, man.
Yeah, that was very well played. Very well played. Storm's doing little to no damage. Now he has his Ghost coming up. You know, the army of RSVP right completely out of position.
Yep. Ooh, good Storm
Snipe.
there.
Yep.
I don't know though. I mean, I think that Everize is going to have way too many units left over here.
Yeah, too big of an army. More mana mules. 3 this time, stepping it up a notch. GG.
There's the GG. Gotta love the manners though on RSVP. He's always the gentleman. And I mean, he really played well in that game early on, but just a few small things here and there enabled Everize to take this down. And what a great job from Everize. We'll be seeing him move into the semifinals here in just a little bit. But Giraffe, oh man, it's been a pleasure having you on so far. I mean, I hope you'll be able to stick around for the rest of this. But thank you to Giraffe, and thanks to these guys for coming out and playing. Don't alt tab, ladies and gentlemen. Always alt Starcraft. We'll see you guys in our next game.